This episode of the Going Mach 5 podcast is brought to you by absolutely nobody.
I taught Mike some phrases to help with his interracial conversations. You know, stuff like going Mach 5, Mach 5, fleece it out, thinking flicker. Thinking flicker. Fluffy fingers just can't help us. Going Mach 5, Mach 5.
It's gonna be Saturday.
All right, so let's talk about this Botham Jean shit. Now,
Okay.
what I was saying was, if that's where that young man is,
Yeah.
personally, where he forgives the woman who murdered his brother,
Mm-hmm.
that's nice. And that's good. If that's where you are in your journey, that's great. But when you do it in such a compassionate fashion with the form that you have, when that is the same compassion that's never extended to us, you are creating a situation where it's setting a dangerous precedent where white people in the future will look back at this and say, well, he was able to forgive. And you should be like him. It's the same reason why Malcolm X has a holiday. Why Martin Luther King has a holiday and Malcolm X does not.
Right.
Martin Luther King was the docile Negro.
They want to set standards for
He was
Negroes.
He was the peace, turn the other cheek, we shall overcome. And Malcolm X was by any means necessary.
What's similar between them two?
And Malcolm started to change towards the end.
They both were assassinated same way.
And Martin started to change towards the end too. But yeah, they were. But I read that article more and more, man, and that kid is young. Kid is 18.
Oh, the little brother?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was 18.
He a kid. So I'm not trying to diminish his feelings.
That's sad, man.
It's real sad.
That's sad.
I also know that if I die and it's by the hands of someone who has a history of saying racial things,
Yeah.
and the judge presiding over the case is a black person
Mm-hmm.
and hugs the person who murdered me, I'm going to haunt the shit out of everybody.
Huh. Okay.
But on Breakfast Club, apparently they said that the judge hugged Botham Jean's family.
First.
Yeah.
I did hear that. Yeah.
And then went to, and then Amber wanted a hug too, and the judge hesitated and then gave her a hug. But the picture that was taken was just of the judge hugging her. So the optics don't look good. But
I've never seen that period in the courtroom. Like
me neither.
judge
Oh, you know
giving
what
out
she
hugs.
did? You know, somebody filed a complaint on her
On the judge?
Yeah.
For real?
for handing out a Bible to Amber. Because the hug is whatever.
Yeah.
But when you give the Bible to her and say, this is your homework, you know, you start at John 3:16.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Church and state.
Court has turned into a new birth.
I mean, I get that, you know, you got to swear on the Bible when you do the oath.
That is true.
But I don't know.
Right hand God.
That whole situation just tragic. She got 10 years, eligible for parole after 5.
Check it out, get a good job.
She'll be out in 2. She'll do 2.5 years.
Hey man, what I want to happen to her, I don't know if we can get that graphic on this podcast here. But
Say whatever you
it's
want. I said retarded like 20 times last episode.
retarded.
Let me tell you something. That's going
you
to come
should
back
have
on me one day.
Oh, okay. I was about to suggest you have a retarded counter one day.
I thought about doing it. I thought about doing a retarded supercut. But
I told it.
they going to come back. Oh, they going to come after me, man. How you been, man? You all right?
Man. Yeah, man, good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
For those that don't know, which is most of y'all, we're doing this a second time because the first time was like a test run, and it big learning experience.
Yeah. I fucking sucked in that episode.
No. Here's the thing. Oh, I got my first negative comment.
Oh, what was
It was a guy named Keith O'Neill. Keith, I want to shout out to you. I hope you see this episode.
Fuck you, Keith.
I deleted the comment, but I want to restore it because I really wish I hadn't deleted it because I don't care about like negative comments because the algorithm says a comment is a comment. But me being the person that I try to be, I'm going to take his comment and screen cap it and blow it up and put it on a t-shirt.
There it is.
And I'm probably going to sell that t-shirt, Keith.
There it is.
And you won't get a dime.
Ooh-wee.
And I'm not sorry. And also, I'm going to take that screen cap, frame it, and we're going to put it on set. So
congratulations, Keith.
It's a commemoration to the first negative comment. But here's the thing: it was a negative comment, but it wasn't. If I'm being all the way honest,
Was it criticism or was it just all the way negative?
It was negative. It wasn't constructive criticism, but it was a criticism that can make me better. And it was with my pod with Walyana, and I'm so grateful to her for doing it. It was, the comment said something to the effect of, he didn't use proper like grammar, but he said, why does he make everything resort back to him? LOL. Textbook egomaniac, unwarranted. Accurate? I mean, like, I am an egomaniac. But here's what I noticed. Comments like that will make me better. Because I do need to know when I'm driving the conversation too much. And if I feel like a guest is, I've recorded several of these that I haven't put up yet. But if I feel like a guest is not open up, like I had someone tell me these lights can be intimidating to people who aren't used to like talking in front of them. I don't give a shit about these lights. Fuck these lights.
Kick them lights ass.
Like, well, don't. I paid a lot for them. Just chill out.
All right.
Fuck. Why?
Nah.
Why?
Sometimes it just bursts out.
All right. I get it, man. just dial it back. But what I'm saying is that I understand the mind frame of someone who is like, oh, he's ranting too much. I do that in personal life. But I will drive the conversation if I feel like you might need to, if I want you to loosen up more.
That shows a lot of life experience. You can relate to a lot of things people saying. You've been through it.
I can,
you know about it.
But I'm going to keep it funky, man. Like, that's the point of why I do it.
Yeah.
But I know how it comes off. It comes off like Mr. Me Too. Like, if you were to say, hey, man, I went to Puerto Rico last week, and I said, yeah, did I ever tell you I got stuck in Puerto Rico, Hurricane Irma? I'm trying to relate to you, but then I go into a soliloquy about myself.
Yeah.
And it's not a good look. So, Keith, you weren't wrong. I wish you would kind of approach it a little bit differently, but I do appreciate your feedback. I mean that sincerely. I do appreciate your feedback. Khamal's not really too much of a fan of you.
Nah, Keith's cool, bro.
But he didn't even have a picture up.
Oh.
Like, he's one of those like
No
anonymous.
face Keith.
Yeah. But Keith, I got love for you. Thank you, and please continue to comment. I don't care how negative or positive it is. I do appreciate you watching. So anyway, enough about me, and I'm still driving the conversation. What's been going on, man? What's new?
Started a new job since last time I saw you. Work with a lot of Chinese people.
How's that?
It was I guess a cultural shock, to see how they work together in there. You know what I mean?
I've always wondered that. Because like when you have cultures, like my lawyer being Jewish and him and me hanging out with his friends who are all Jewish, all successful, and seeing their camaraderie. And then you know how our camaraderie is because we worked together at one point. Yeah. By the way, fuck you for getting me that job back in 2004.
Oh, man, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we had good times.
Fuck you. But that was the worst 3 months of my life. You know, it's funny when you look back, I only worked there for 3 months. It was only 3 months. It might have been 2.
Damn, you left before me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That was wild, man. But
it was fun.
It
had its moments.
It did. Oh, it did. It did have its moments. We done had plenty of moments, man.
Yeah, man.
A lot of stuff going on. But you see the camaraderie between like different groups. What is it like? Like, what is their camaraderie like, at least from your experience?
It's almost like they all related. I don't want it to come off as racist or whatever like that, but they all work together, like calling each other's names constantly throughout the day. You know what I mean? Seafood, like they call one person master, like in there.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you work at a dojo?
Maybe on the weekends. They turn it into a dojo.
Are you at a taekwondo studio?
Wow, you hear a lot of... Nah, I did hear some I did hear some Bruce Lee, what you call them, ad-libs in the background once. And I laughed, but I didn't go check it out. But
Good.
they bring lunch every day. Like one person brings dumplings, the other person brings rice. Somebody brings the meat, and they sit it all in
It's
the
like a
middle of the
communion
table.
almost.
Yeah, and they chopstick it up. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
That's dope.
Pass that. Yeah, it is, bro. Every fucking day, bro.
It's like they share. It's like a potluck every day.
Every day. And I bet you it saves a bunch of money.
I bet it does. Just like when people see Hispanic people pile up in the truck and then go to work and then eat their food that they brought.
Yeah. Bring a microwave with them, plug it in.
I've seen people, I've openly heard educated people like make fun of that.
Yeah.
Not knowing. Do you know how much money those people are saving?
Yeah.
Like when you,
yeah.
you
That's
say
$10 a day for lunch.
you ain't going lunch. Y'all piling in, y'all ain't paying gas. Y'all in one truck.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen cases, and I personally know Hispanic people who do that and then go home to a Mercedes Benz. Like
they got the money to buy
yeah,
it.
because they got the money.
Yeah.
They good, and it's not they not hurting. But okay. So
Yes.
what do you do? What do you do at your job exactly? Like what?
I find products, put them on the pallet, put them on the truck for UPS, FedEx, DHL sometimes, and sometimes frequently hurt my back from time to time. You know what I mean? Yeah, normal, I guess, warehouse job stuff, forklift.
I gotta be honest. This is all very very boring, and I'm sure you know that.
It is.
So we're gonna switch gears because I don't. My work is even less interesting.
I got a question for you, man.
What you got?
I want to know, when's the last time you made a beat? Because I'm a big fan of your work, man.
I had an inclination right now to do what I always do, which is not answer your question directly and then start like a whole other thing and then say, I say that to say
yeah.
when I don't have to say all that. I can't remember, man. I legitimately cannot remember. It's been some time. Like, when I had the iMac, and then when I got the MacBook Pro, I switched all of my stuff over to that. And I meant to get all my plugins again, but I never did because I was like, well, I'm not making any beats. I still got my old stuff, but I don't have the MP3s. I still got the sessions.
Yeah. We gotta go through that one day. But.
Well, see, now I see another lane opening up for me in music because recording this and doing this and editing this and editing the vocals is so simple for me because I've been doing this since I was 17. So it's not something that. Now, I'm a firm believer that every journey, every struggle that you go through is setting you up for the next thing. I've had plenty of endeavors.
Yeah.
And I've either won or I've learned from them. So I can take them all into this podcast and say, okay, what do you need? Well, I did the photography and the sketches thing, so I know about the lighting that I need and what angles they need to be lit at. Like, okay, well, what's another thing you need? Oh, you need a logo. Like, and I got the logo. And I knew where to get the logo because I purchased a logo from there before.
Yeah.
I knew about the microphones and what kind of microphone I needed and what was good for the spacing that I had. It was just, it all comes together. It's all meant to be like that. But no, it's been a minute, man.
You can't do this without not learning anything, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I always knew, and I also knew how important it was to put your best foot forward.
Yeah. Okay.
How important the first presentation is. When's the last time you made a beat?
It's been about a year. Yeah.
Where is it at?
But on my laptop at the house. Yeah, I did not bring it with me.
Is it hard?
Of course, I'm gonna say it's hard. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. You might be like, nah, it's R&B.
Like, I think it's hard, hardcore, hip hop.
Do you?
You know what I'm saying?
My weight loss journey.
Yeah.
Since I started doing the pod, I was talking to my doctor. I go to my doctor once a month.
Right.
Because my insurance is just so great. I feel like I got to use it. And the doc was like, I like the fact that you're doing your your auditions. I love the fact that you're doing your movie stuff, but you need to stop doing this weight fluctuation. Excuse me. Stop doing this weight fluctuation. She said, get down to where you're going to get down to and stay there. So, but if you had to guess how much weight, since my nutritionist gave me like a whole plan, I ran an idea by her. She came back to me and was like, I've never done that before, but we'll see if it works and your doctor can monitor you, right? Mm-hmm. If you had to guess how much weight I've lost in 6 days, how much would you guess?
15.
What is your final answer?
12 and a half.
I was 259.9 Saturday morning, last Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And I stepped on the scale this morning and I was 243.3. No, 243.2. So that is 16.7 pounds.
16.7 pounds. So that's not good.
Oh, that's the goal. The goal was for me to lose
weight.
Yeah. You know,
I'm saying, but that fast. That's what she's talking about.
She was saying whatever you're gonna get to, just get to.
Yeah, and stay there.
Like, just stay there. Don't do this. If you're gonna do the fluctuation so you can get down, fine. Yeah. Don't continue to do it. Your heart doesn't like it.
That makes sense.
But anyway, I'm being fucking boring. So,
nah, man, doctors are fucking right.
I mean, shit, my doctor's on point. She's great. You got a primary care physician over there?
Nah, I don't.
When was the last time you went to the doctor? That's not good, man.
Let me see. A year and a half ago.
For a physical?
Yeah.
What they tell you?
For trucking.
This is all like public information. I'm just asking you personal shit. What they tell you?
Well,
they say my herpes is acting up.
Another outbreak. Nah. I was fine.
Sorry. He don't have herpes. I'm just laughing at how intrusive that whole thing is.
Yeah. If I did, I'll tell you.
I appreciate that. I wouldn't want to know, but I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's very kind of you.
I've known you longer than my little brother.
Damn, how is Josh?
How is he?
Yeah.
He's pretty good. I just picked him up from work.
Is he you know who called me the other day?
No.
Take a guess. You'd probably be right.
Not Tim.
No.
Will?
No.
That was my top 2 guesses right there.
Mike.
Mike called you. Yeah.
Mike's called me a couple times.
All right.
It sounds like he's in good spirits.
Yeah. I heard he had some things to say. You know what I'm saying?
He did have some things to say.
Yeah.
He did have some things to say, but it was really coming from at least what it sounded like, a place of maturity.
Yeah.
He was saying that he doesn't hold animosity. Mm. And hopefully he can do the rest of his time and be fine. So, when
the details of that situation I don't really want to go into.
I feel you
on camera.
I feel you.
That was my boy.
We'll leave that alone. We'll leave that alone. He one thing I just stressed to him is that we didn't forget about you.
Yeah. Come on now.
I said, I can't speak for anybody else, bro. I said, but I'm gonna speak for myself.
Yeah.
I said, I love you and I miss you. And if I can do anything for you, let me know. If I got it, I'll give it to you. If I don't, I'll let you know that too. Yeah. So we'll see. But I was gonna ask you something else, man. How's your mama doing?
Mom's good. I don't think you would know, but my grandma just passed.
Wow.
Like 3.5 weeks ago. And we just had the funeral. And
you doing okay?
Yeah. Yeah, man, she passed 3.5 weeks ago.
How'd she die? How old was she?
She was 91.
Yeah,
91.
My granddad is 91.
For real?
I hope he don't go no time soon.
Ripe old age, man.
It is, man. You know how much shit they've seen?
Yeah, after she passed, I was like, man, I don't even know If I wanted to live that long,
Really?
yeah, I don't. Yeah,
My ego too big. I want to live to 500.
500. I mean, if I could live to 500, I mean, I would do that. I would try to anyway, but like 91, 500 seems like more of a unreasonable, you know what I'm saying, unrealistic thing.
I don't know, man.
You know what I'm saying, biblical.
I get
old school
that.
Stuff like that.
I get that Magic Johnson money. I'll probably live forever. Cause
That Walt Disney money. Be frozen up under
man,
Disneyland.
you heard that? You hear about that theory about Magic Johnson?
He injects himself with his cash.
No, not the South Park theory. The Charlemagne talked about on Joe Rogan a couple months ago, where he talked about the theory is, and he wasn't saying he believed it, but the theory was that Magic Johnson never had HIV. He said the theory was that Magic Johnson got caught up doing something that if they exposed it, it would fucking destroy him. So what they did was they came to him and said, listen, yeah, you use your imagination.
I don't have to.
He said, listen, you know, there's a lot of fear because of this HIV thing and people don't know about it. And we need a masculine man who plays a sport, who's loved by people, to come out and say that he has it to help kill that stigma. So he agreed to do it. And they said now, you know, when he gets all his tests done, it's not detected like at all. So that's the theory. I'm not saying that's true, but that's the theory, is that he undertook that to save himself and in turn became an advocate for it.
But what if that other thing still came up?
That's a good question. I wonder who would know about it to be able to expose it. And if they're still alive.
I know the man kissed Isaiah Thomas on the lips, on the cheek, at least real close to the mouth before
When?
the game. Before one of them games they played back in the 80s.
Okay, so what I heard was Magic Johnson tongued down Isaiah Thomas in the locker room after a game. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they caught him at the hotel after the game.
What? What? Good for him.
That escalated quickly.
Live your life. Have fun, man. Just wrap it up.
Damn. But yeah, man, I've heard things about Magic Johnson and then his son.
What have you heard about his son?
What have I heard about? Nah.
Or you were just saying his son, period.
And then his son, yeah. And I mean, it made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? The apple don't fall.
Well, you know how I feel about that. I don't care what another man does, so I really don't have an opinion about his son.
It's not about what he does. It's more of what he was trying to hide it, and it still can end up coming out. You know what I'm saying?
You saying his son was trying to hide? What do you mean?
He was trying to hide being gay, and his son came out with, you know what I'm saying, being gay.
That's
I think that's ironic.
That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's just hearsay. You know,
right. I'm not saying he's gay, but I believe he is.
You've heard that, and it's like, I get what you're saying. You're saying it's ironic that if indeed that is the case, he tried to hide it, and then it's like, oh, I don't want people to associate me with X, Y, and Z, and then the son is like, like just pops up like, what up, boy? Well, I get it, man.
That's funny to me.
I'm gonna tell you something. That's one thing you gotta stay away from on Boxed In.
What's that?
Is threads about gay people, women, and threads about trans people.
Because it's a weird place.
I
bro.
feel like on BX, there needs to be a place where your age needs to be there. And I need to know your living situation before I engage with you.
That's not gonna happen.
No, it's not. It's not gonna happen at all. Because I'm not gonna reply to some fucking weirdo.
That's how I feel nowadays.
Who has you post a picture of I don't know. We'll use, what's the old girl's name? Erica Fontaine.
Okay.
You post a picture of Erica Fontaine, some dude is like, she got a weird nose. Motherfucker, let me tell you something. I want to see how old you are, first of all.
Yeah.
And then I want to see what your living situation is.
That shit you only bring up in an argument, like with her.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and just to hurt her
You know what I'm
feelings.
saying? They
And
come
it's not
together or
even
something.
it's not even
Yeah.
true. Like you got
You gotta
to
find one thing about bad bitches to bring up in an argument. You know what
I'm gonna tell you something I do is such a sign of my some of my insecurities, and this is so bad. And I don't do it as much,
Yeah.
but if I think a woman is attractive and I just see her out,
Yeah.
and for whatever reason I don't have an issue talking to women at all, but if for whatever reason the vibe just don't feel right, and I just don't feel like doing it, I will look at her physically and then find a flaw so I can say, oh well, I don't need to talk to her because X, Y, Z. And it's
That's hilarious,
it's
bro.
the biggest bunch of
That's
bullshit.
hilarious,
Like,
Nah, that's real.
no,
That's real shit.
it's real, but
That's
I've caught myself doing it and been like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, I talk to myself like that
gotta
all
bring
the
it
time.
down to your level sometimes. Or not
Nah,
down
'cause
to your level, but
I see
You know what I'm saying?
I see a like she'd be bad in my like at the Kroger that's right there.
Yeah.
And I'm in the heart of Atlanta. So I'll see one and I'll be like, man, she is really, really pretty. Like she's really attractive. And then I'm like, man, I might be not dressed, you know, in a presentable fashion, or I might be insecure about my weight. That's also a thing. Or I could be insecure about how maybe my breath smells, because that's a complex that I have. Like, does my breath smell good? It's always been like that. But I'll like conjure up a physical imperfection that she has, like that I can
Are you saying you'll make one up?
like it might not even be like a thing. Like I might be like, I'm trying to think of a good example because this is absolutely absurd. I just don't care about sharing it.
Is that a 11th finger?
Like, nah, not like that. Not like she deformed, but like something like, well, she not that attractive, or she, I don't know, just something stupid where it'll make me say, okay, well, maybe you did need to talk to her. But here's what's problematic about that. I'm diminishing who she is just to how she looks.
That's a good point.
And that is not,
That's a good point.
that's not good. And then I know that when I'm doing it, because that's not who I am as a person. You know me, dog. My singleness is not for lack of trying.
Yeah.
I don't have it. I have no issue getting any attention from women.
I mean, this is Atlanta, bro.
It's like, but
so many.
that's not how I operate personally.
Yeah.
So like, I'll see a young lady, I'll make up that excuse to not talk to her, and then I realize how bullshit it is. Like right after, and then go talk to her, if I can find her. Or I'll say, hey, this is what I'll do. I'll say, all right, well, I gotta go get milk. So if by the time I go get milk, if she's still at the line, then I'll talk to her.
Okay.
It'll just, that's really more of what I'm talking about. Like
Classic,
I'll
classic hoe hunt procrastination.
yeah, that's bruh.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, bro.
Yeah.
And it's,
you know what I'm saying?
it's not good. Like I got issues, dog. And the thing is, like I say, I meet beautiful women all the time.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing to me. That pretty shit don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
Like you got to be more than that. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
That's dope. That's dope, man.
But you don't do shit like that.
It's
Because you're a normal person. You don't have the issues I got.
nah. I mean, I kind of do it in a different way, I guess.
What do you do?
I don't know. Maybe an excuse I come up with is, I bet she like her dad. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucking weird. That's weird as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I used to fuck with a chick that like looked like her dad, but I didn't know it yet.
Yeah.
I just thought she was look like her.
Yeah.
Then I seen a picture of her dad and I was like, oh my God.
That's like the worst shit ever, bro.
And you can't really unsee it.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still very pretty. I'm actually hoping to get her on the pod.
I thought you was about to say something else.
What? What you talking about?
Some kind of sexual reference.
Oh, well, I'm not above that, but no, that's not what I was gonna do at that time.
I can't.
So you say shit like, I bet she looks like her dad.
Maybe something like that.
That's pretty absurd. That might be worse than mine.
Maybe. You know, I don't know.
Yo, we're fucked up. We're fucked up. We're fucked up individuals.
Masters of the HHP.
I'm doing specifically what goes against my nature. Like, but part of that is your initial attraction. Like a woman doesn't look at a man initially and say, I bet he's got a great personality. No, it's the physical.
Yeah,
There have been a number of women that have talked to me straight up because of my teeth. Like, that's the first thing they noticed. And that made them want to get to know me.
No, that's absurd.
And they're pretty disappointed afterwards. But, you know.
Teeth?
Yeah.
But they look at these things, right? Teeth, hair, eyes, because they want to breed, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of philosophies,
Yeah,
a lot of theories about it. Because that's ultimately what it is. Like,
partners.
I got a homeboy
find
who's
the
5'6",
Yeah.
and he wonders why women don't look at him like as a potential mate.
Oh, you need to go hang out at like the circus or something, right?
5'6". You know what they call a guy who's 5'6" to a woman?
What was it?
A buddy.
Ah,
You're a buddy, my nigga.
little buddy.
Like, I'm happy that I'm tall. God, I'm so happy that I'm tall. But
Damn.
he would say, like, I don't get why. And I said, it's primal.
Yeah.
A woman don't feel safe with you, dog. Like, you 5'6", you 120, 130
That's
pounds.
got to be tough to hear right there.
Like, a
Because
woman
what do you
don't.
do about that? You can't just grow.
I mean, you better hit them weights. Like,
Get a gun.
like,
Like, get all the guns.
yeah, you're gonna have to buy. You're gonna have to get them TI guns from 07.
I know what they can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like be able to use them.
Yeah.
I think with him at least, like I said, it is primal, man. Like a woman got to feel safe around you.
Yeah.
And I feel like as I grew into a man, like I understood that more. And just by nature, I protect what I love. So whether it be you or whether it be a love interest or whether it be someone in my family, like I know how I am when I love something. I do everything I can to protect it and I'll die for it. So, you know, I go into situations, sometimes throwing caution to the wind. I'm sure you've done that too.
Yeah.
Where like you just like, okay, I care about this person.
All in.
Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Sometimes you get heartbroken.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I know.
maybe in the long run, it's worth it. That heartbreak, you know what I'm saying? Because it does something to you.
What do you mean?
I don't know, it's going to sound weird. It makes your heart wiser. You know what I'm saying?
That don't sound weird at all, man. You're just less naive.
Yeah.
But see, to me, that's a problem. For me, that's a problem. Because what ends up happening is it's too easy for me to... I actually talked to my therapist about it. It was too easy for me to cut people off. Like, a woman can't cuss me out because I don't care, like, to that extent. There's not a woman in my life right now that if she came at me trying to cuss me out, that I'd be like, yo, who the fuck are you talking? I'd be like, okay. Because I'll let you finish. I believe in letting people express themselves. If she feels like that's what she needs to do. But I'd be like, yo, why are you behaving in that manner?
So I would suggest the day you do feel, and I guess not intimidated, but upset when somebody cussing you out, maybe that's the one.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe when you have that kind of control on me, because I don't have kids, I don't have a wife, there's nobody in my life that has that kind of control over me to get me to that next place.
Yeah.
It's been close a few times, but
It's actually dope.
it's like nobody just, you don't really get at me like that. Like nobody really bothers me to that point. But yeah, heartbreak does make you better. I think we both dealt with our share. I don't really talk to you about your relationships like that though.
I don't really talk about my relationships like that, period. But yeah, I've had my share of heartbreak. Started in 6th grade. Asked this girl to be a Valentine.
Can you say her name? Oh, I know her name, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
You want me to say it?
No, you're fine.
No, okay, all right. What I said? No, I don't think I said it. I'm still cool. I'm still cool with people, but you know what I'm saying? She said no. Like right to my face. And then I asked another girl like 5 minutes later. And she said yes. So that night I went to Publix with my mama.
In 6th grade?
Yeah.
Okay. Because in my head, I just envision you getting behind the wheel of a car.
Getting on my bike.
And you got
going
little
to-
stilts helping you push the pedals and shit. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, I bought the flowers, the chocolate, candy, and all that. Brought it to her. The next day, Valentine's Day, she took it. Never saw her again. No.
Did you fuck? I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Well, you were 11?
Nah, it was sad, man.
They fucking now at 11. That's crazy.
You're in Brownsville. It was
I do.
behind the curtains. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I didn't even know what sex was at 11. I didn't know what sex was until I was 27 years old.
Bro, you remember Renard?
I do.
We had a conversation in 6th grade. Wasn't it Miss Good?
Yeah.
Remember Miss Good? We were in there watching some movie.
Miss Good. Ooh. She was a
tough one.
She was nice.
Wait.
Miss Good? With
You
the
talking
E
about
at the
same
end?
person? Who?
The black woman.
Yeah.
The tall one?
You saying she looked good?
Are we thinking about the same person?
We can't be real.
Miss
So
Good?
maybe her name was Miss Good.
No, Miss Good was the one
At
that looked
Brownsville?
good. Yeah.
You right.
Yeah, Miss
You right.
Good.
And yeah, you're right.
Miss Good
So I
was
forgot
on-
her name.
Yeah.
But whatever teacher it was, we were talking about something, and Renard was like, "Yeah, I had sex over the weekend," and she was like, "You had sex? How did you get it in there?" Bro was like, "I made it fit." I was like, I'm in 6th grade hearing this shit for the first time. Like, what the fuck is y'all
I
talking
love the
about?
fact that you break the story down and Renard is, one, proud of his sexual encounter.
Yeah.
2, proud enough to express it to, I guess, loud enough for his teacher to hear.
Yeah, he was talking to her.
And
talking to her.
And 3, he was proud enough to say it and brag about the size of his member. I made it fit.
Yeah, yeah.
She couldn't handle this 6th grade 12-inch Monty Python, but I made it fit.
Oh shit. Oh man, that gets funnier as I get older.
There's so many things wrong with that though, man.
That's why I brought
You
it
made
up,
it fit? Like
yeah.
you assaulted her? What do you mean you made it fit?
And the teacher was so comfortable talking about it, like to a 6th grader. That was kind of weird too, but
Huh.
whatever. It was funny.
Okay.
It's funny, and it's gonna be funny.
What's Reynard up to now, you know?
I ain't seen him in years.
I wonder what he's up
Since
to.
Southwest.
Yeah, man. High school was a very, very interesting time.
Sure
I learned
was.
how to get over, which was great. I have so many high school stories.
You was a hustler back then, man.
I was, man.
Yeah,
Always trying to get $1. Able to get $1 too.
yeah, man.
High school taught me how to be a politician. Who I need to pay off. Like who I need to give some money to be a lookout. And I'm a shrewd operator business wise. Like, I don't know if you know this. I used to buy, there was a particular young lady who sold like blow pops and hot fries and all that. And I would go to her and I asked her like, how much do you make a day on that? She told me and I said, all right, I'll pay like 50% on that. I said, so, whatever you make, like let's say hypothetically, she said, oh, I make $100 a day. I'm like, all right, I'll give you $150 every morning. So now I'm the one that sells the blow pops and the honey buns and all that. You making all the money you would make, and I'm just gonna resell it. But what I would do is, and this is fucked up, but I gotta be honest, I don't feel bad about it because I love capitalism. Even though I did vote for Bernie, I love capitalism. What I would end up doing is I would wait. I would wait until, lunch was 4th period. I'd wait until like maybe 5th period, going into 6th. And those kids that didn't really have the money for lunch, those kids that didn't really have I won't say they didn't have the money for lunch, or maybe they just didn't eat lunch.
Yeah.
They thought, oh, I'm not hungry. I'm fine. And when you're a kid, you don't understand, I need to eat now, so I'm not hungry later. Because we dumb as fuck and we don't have our rituals down yet.
Oh,
we don't
Pop-Tarts or something.
Yeah, we don't know ourselves. Like the fuck is nutrition? Like we don't know that shit. So what I would do is I'd be like, hey man, I heard you hungry? You want some hot fries? You're like, yeah, man, you got something? I'm like, yeah, sure do. $2.
Prayed on the weak.
I prayed on the unprepared. That's what I did. $2. I'd be like, man, you look real hungry. I got these blow pops, $1.
Oh shit.
Honey buns, $1.
$1?
I used to. Well,
You said, hold on, how much for the blow pops?
It depends. Because the blow pops usually be $1. No, usually they're 50 cents. I sell them for $1.
Wow.
I sell them for $1.
One blow pop.
One. Kids don't have no understanding of like what's fiscally responsible and what isn't. They will go borrow the money from somebody, come back to me, and I'll sell it to them. Don't feel bad about it whatsoever. Because I created the drought and then I supplied what they wanted.
Villainry at its finest.
I am Heath Ledger's Joker.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I am Bane. I am Heath. Why are you
this
here?
villain is my hero.
What they say, you either die a hero or you live long enough.
Yeah.
You live long enough to watch yourself become a villain. And I am a proud villain. But like in terms of just business, it was a microcosm for what I understand now. It's like, all right, well, there's a demand for something. I have to fill that demand. I have to supply it. So, I'll happily do it.
America.
Yeah.
Dream. I would definitely be a Darth Slam though if I was a villain.
Excuse me?
If I was a Sith, a villain, I would be a Sith, I guess.
Why?
Power and brilliance, I guess. And
have you read 48
combination.
Laws of Power?
No, I have not.
You should.
Okay.
You would love that shit. It's just
Are you sure I should? Because I want to become a villain.
Yeah, you should.
Okay. All right.
That book is just ain't nothing about it's nothing but just being petty. That's just all that book is. It's about destroying people and crushing them and being the ruler of your domain. It's a great book. I love it.
Okay.
I'm sure the audiobook is on Audible or YouTube or something. If you don't want to read the book, I might have it in the other room. No, I let somebody borrow it.
I could probably download it for free on the internet.
Hell yeah, man. Like, we're resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kidding. I pay for everything legally. So what's your relationship situation now, man? Who you fucking? Multiple. I get it.
I want to be fucking just one. But
I love how you looked in the camera.
Like
I want to find the one.
Yeah, it's for real. I mean that from the heart. But it's kind of hard right now, man.
You mean that like literally? Like your dick is kind of hard right now, or like it's hard to find, or both?
A little bit of both.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard in Atlanta. It can be. I don't know. It's what you make it. Relationship and dating in Atlanta is what you make it.
I saw a girl and a woman in Pennsylvania, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so deep into my situation then. Like, I actually, like, you believe in love at first sight, bro?
I'll come back to it. Continue with your story.
Like, I saw her and it moved me, bro. I was looking for what's the game? The Nintendo game.
It's a lot of them, man. I don't know.
Like the newest one. Whatever the last Nintendo game came out, I was going to buy it.
Nintendo?
Yeah.
The newest Nintendo.
The last one, yeah.
Like the Nintendo that came out in 88?
Nah, Nintendo, like, it's Nintendo something, like Switch. Nintendo Switch.
Oh, I don't know the last game, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like, I'm out of the loop.
I was going to buy one from Walmart. And she just, it's like nothing with white people in this Walmart. And this black lady come around the corner, like, so smooth. Like, I was like, oh my God. I was on the phone with Will's mom. And I kind of paused talking to her, like she was talking about something deep. And I was like, But I was so deep up into my situation with another person that I just shut it down. You know what I'm saying? I just removed that whole feeling from my being inside Walmart and continued doing what I was doing. But in the situation I was in didn't end up working out. So, I always think about that. Like, and that's maybe in different situations, different ways that's happened a lot more. But
to answer your question, I don't necessarily believe in love at first sight, but I do believe in like some type of kindred spiritual connection.
Yeah. I
do believe that there are people that we knew in a past life, and that's why it just works so well. Maybe in the past life we were able to be together. There's a young lady right now that, and if you know me, you know exactly who it is. Well, if you know me recently, you haven't met this young lady, but we want different things. I want a family, she doesn't. That's why we realized that about one another. Our chemistry is on point, it's perfect. She's loving and caring, and so am I. But I want a big family, she doesn't. So we were just like, it's not gonna work because we both want different things. And we're not gonna go into a situation trying to change the other person's mind. Now,
that's mature.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think I'm more emotionally mature or emotionally developed than maybe I was 10 years ago. Because 10 years ago, I would have tried to force that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do stuff like that anymore. I think it's disrespectful to myself, to my time, and to her and her time. So you asked me about love at first sight, and I was going to ask you, do you believe you can have more than one soulmate?
At the same time?
Just period. It's just in the world.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
I believe you can have more than one. I believe that
definitely.
I'm sure there are people who get married to who they think is their soulmate.
Yeah.
And then they go through a journey with them for, I don't know.
That's a human
maybe
emotion, you know what I'm saying?
2 years, 3 years, maybe 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And now you pick up the rest of your journey with someone else.
There's a lot of people here, man.
7 billion.
Like, come on now.
I do think you can have more than one soulmate because I feel like it can work. Like the way people's personalities are.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, man.
What if you chose a woman and you were with her for like 45, 50 years, but the other person you would have chose, you would have been with her for 70 years. So what do you call that?
Right. Like you can, there's a lot that goes into love and understanding, you know, what's for you and what isn't. And people have different philosophies. Like I know women who don't believe in living with a man before you're married.
Traditional.
Yeah. And, you know, sometimes they quote the Bible and say, well, you know, the Bible says, okay, well, Bible also says, I'm not going to go there, but
Jesus was the only white man in Africa.
Well, Bible does say that homosexuality is worse than a man giving away his only virgin daughter to be raped by 7 men. Sorry, I don't think homosexuality is worse than that. I think the man giving them away is a hell of a lot worse than that. But then you have to think about who wrote the Bible, it was kings and blah, blah, blah. Let's move past that.
Savages thousands of years ago.
Yes. And there are books missing. Look it up. I'm not lying.
Hundreds.
So, and those same kings were doing things with their boy servants while telling you not to do it. Anyway, we're gonna move.
Get going all day.
We're gonna move on.
Tragedies of Bible times.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but hey, if it helps you be a better person to your fellow man, go for it. I think that's great. If you get something from it, I think that's fantastic. The lessons are good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But no,
right context.
I do think that you can have more than one soulmate, and yeah, there are certain issues that some people have. Like I know women who have said that, I'm not shacking up with a man.
Mm.
I'm not living with a man before I get married because I'm not that type of woman. Okay.
Mm.
So for some people that works. There are people who think, I can spend time with you for a certain amount of time and I know who you are in terms of living with you. And I say, as pretentious as I am, and as egotistical as I am, I can openly tell a young lady, if you spend a week at my apartment with me, you're not going to know the real me in terms of my living situation.
Mm.
Because I'm still putting my best foot forward because you're still a guest. I look at you as a guest.
Right.
So stuff is going to stay clean. I got company. It's just ingrained in me. My mother was a great hostess and I try to be a great host.
Dope.
Like, that's what you're seeing. But like,
shout out to Mom Dukes.
Y'all, man, I need to get her on the podcast. I think that'd be interesting.
Man, what?
She asked if she could listen. I was like, yeah, don't do that. Cause I say some wild shit. I openly talked about bukkake on like the last one. Like, I don't want my mom hearing me talking about bukkake.
Nah, not at all, man.
I don't even think my mom knows what a bukkake is.
And we shouldn't be the ones.
Nah.
We shouldn't be the ones.
No, hell no.
Expose her to that lifestyle.
No, my mom was a saint.
God bless Mom Dukes.
No, I feel like there is a certain amount of due diligence and care you have to take into getting to know somebody. I personally think you need to live with somebody before you marry them, because love is not the same as compatibility. I got a friend of mine who told me, he was like, I met this girl, I think she's the one. So you think she's the one? She was like, yeah, man, she's perfect. She everything I want, everything I need. I said, man, that's great, man. I hope it works out for you. He went on vacation with her. He went for 8 days. He called me up on the 7th day and said, she not the one. I said, damn, bro, how you know? He's like, man, cause
everybody down here.
Nah. That'd be awful. He said that she was just like a messy person. He's like, and there are people who think, well, I'm a clean person, they're a messy person. That can work. And then you do that at first for the first few months, and you realize I'm cleaning up after a grown ass person, and that shit ain't cute no more. But I asked him, I was like, so what did you find? He was like, she left clothes and towels just all over the floor. You know how people, when you take a shower, sometimes like when you pull your pants down, take your pants off, they're still in the shape of like you pulling your pants off. And she was still there like that. So he was like, yeah, I seen that. She ain't made no effort to even get that out of the middle of the floor, blah, blah. He said, but what triggered him is
she know you'll pick it up.
He went into the back. That's a good question. I wonder if she actually respects him.
I doubt it. If she do something like that,
she might look at him
that you'll clean it. You got to put your foot down and just leave that shit.
She might look at him as...
She's going to have to wash it one day.
I even asked her, I was like, have y'all had sex yet? He was like, nah. And that kind of lends itself to it. Because I feel like if he fucked her really, really good, like dominated that shit, she would have some more respect for him. Because...
She picked them goddamn clothes up. I know.
Yeah, she would... Like, that's that big dick energy.
At least she'd do
that's when you say, fuck you doing with these clothes. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll come pick them up. But nah, what he did was he went into the back. And maybe good dick wouldn't even work. I don't know. I'm just fucking talking on my ass. Forgive my ignorance. But
at least show some fortitude.
Be an alpha. See, he's not an alpha. Like how you are, how I am, he's a beta. I love him to death, but he's a beta. Like he's one of those guys that plays the alpha stuff. But when he gets around another alpha...
I got a book from the read. It's called Man the Fuck Up.
Shit, 48 Laws of Power. I need to read that shit. But he said he went to the bathroom, saw a mirror, and was looking at something on the mirror and couldn't tell what it was. Can you guess what it was?
On the mirror?
On the mirror.
Toothpaste? I don't know.
What could get on the mirror?
Spit, toothpaste, water, dirty water.
It was pus. She popped a pimple. Looking at it, popped a pimple. It popped onto the mirror, and she just didn't wipe it up with a tissue or nothing like that.
See, that's a sit down. You know what I'm saying? Nice calm voice. We gonna talk about this.
You need to get your flight out now.
Figure out why you feel like it's okay to pop pimples on the mirror.
Look, if you pop pimples on your mirror, great. I do that shit. But I clean it up right after.
Right.
You will never know that I did that. Like,
it's fucking disgusting. That's past being messy, bro. That's nasty, bro.
But see, he can't live with that. And he didn't realize, he thought she was just, but love ain't the same as compatibility. Now, a lot of people...
He didn't understand what's going on.
Nah, a lot of people get that misconstrued. And you get blinded by, like, the potential of somebody. I've done it before. We all have.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it could be this. It could be, but it's not. It's not that. You know?
It could be. That's when he called you and said, this is the one, I think she's the one. I think she could be the one. There's a lot of ones out here.
Yeah. For me to say that I only have chemistry with one woman, that'd be a lie.
Yeah.
Because I think personality-wise, I think I have a decent personality. You know, if I'm being completely frank, I think I have a great personality. You know, I try to be kind. I try to be, you know, funny, keep it light, keep it loose. I handle my business. I'm responsible physically. I listen. I communicate. And I got no problem telling you how I feel. very matter of factly. And I'm a great problem
Just
solver.
a dope ass nigga.
And, you know, I'm gonna stop sucking my own dick in a second. But I feel like just chemistry wise, it's like I let people be who they are.
Yeah.
This is who you are. Okay, cool. I'll either accept it or I don't. Like I don't ever try to change nobody. So for me to say I only have chemistry with one woman, that's not true.
Yeah.
But it's not about having chemistry with a woman.
It's about building off of that chemistry.
Exactly. Who do I feel like I can build something with?
Yeah.
That's not always the same thing. It's not always an easy thing.
Everybody ain't got no foundation to build from.
No, and some people don't have realistic expectations of what they want and what they bring to the table.
Okay.
You can't tell me you want a man who's financially stable when you're not.
Right.
Like, you...
Because how you going to identify that?
No, you don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
It's like I got homeboys who are wealthy,
Yeah.
who got money. And then I know women who think the more that a man spends on them money-wise, that means that's the amount that they care about them.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to tell them that's not true. I know dudes who got fuck you money, fuck off money.
Yeah.
They'll spend thousands on you
4,000 real quick.
and don't care. They don't care none about you.
See you for 9 months.
And you will think, oh, he's taking me out to dinner. He's taking me out to this nice restaurant. He buying me bags. He doing this. Then he don't give a shit about you. Like I've seen it. I'll talk to him and be like, damn, man, you bought her a bag? He's like, man, it's $2,000. I was like, she all over you, ain't she? He's like, hell yeah, she is. Like, and those be the ones that will dog her the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
When he's done with her, he'll just stop talking to her.
And now she in the game.
Because you can't put how much money you spend on someone. How much money a man spends on a woman does not indicate how much he cares about her. Just like
Right. Money doesn't equal love.
no, just like sex doesn't equal love either.
Right.
Because it's important for people to just know what they bring to the table, know what they don't, work on themselves, be the best version of themselves that they can be, and to be mindful.
Man, that's segue into a good positive message right there, dog.
Oh yeah, I got a good positive message. If you clap or cheer during a movie, I don't give a fuck if it's an Avengers movie. You're an awful person. You are absolutely a ghastly human being. Look, this happened months ago, but I get triggered.
I agree.
I get triggered every single time. I love Marvel movies. I've been in several of them.
Yeah.
But, dude, I couldn't imagine if I had missed a symbol on opening night for Avengers Endgame. You've seen Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
When Cap said Avengers Assemble,
Okay, yeah.
if I had missed him saying assemble because dick faces wanted to clap and woo, imagine being a person who woos in a movie theater.
Like sitting right next to you?
Like,
Yeah, nah. Couldn't be me.
There was a woman 2 seats down from me that did this every 2 seconds.
What are you doing in here?
If you're familiar with the climax of Endgame, spoiler alert, you should have seen this shit by now. But if you're familiar with the climax, that's the scene I'm in. Allegedly, I don't see myself, but I know that I'm there. If you're familiar with it, you see all the superheroes come back. And for everyone that she likes, she's, woo, woo. And I'm like, yo, just watch the movie, man. Like, I read a YouTube comment, because here's the thing, I'm a glutton for punishment. I listen to the movie reactions of the crowds.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. Hearing guys
I do too, bro.
lose their shit. But
Yeah.
but you can lose your shit too much where I'm annoyed, where I'm so happy I wasn't in the theater with you.
Yeah, bro.
And there was one comment where this girl said, I don't care what people say. The crowd reactions are the best part of the movie. And I said, you know what the best part of the movie is? The fucking movie.
It rhymes with the fucking movie.
The fucking movie is the best part of the movie. Like, I can't.
Oh, wait a minute. Do we do that?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Well, when I went to see Endgame, I went by myself.
I mean, we. Like, as in us.
As in what? What do you mean? I want to hear you say it.
I don't think we do that, bro.
Who's we?
I don't think
Negroes?
Yeah. I don't think those niggas do that.
Well, there's a reaction video on the internet, and if I'm being honest, matter of fact, I'll pull it up. Apparently, this guy had he had this video up before, and it got flagged or removed. He does an intro to apparently a video that he edited and that he recorded, the audio of Avengers Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Now, matter of fact, let me turn this up so you can hear.
OT Genesis.
This is a very, very. Where's the audio at? So we just not doing the audio? Is that what the fuck is going on?
Maybe he told him that it was flagged, and we're not gonna be able to hear what he's saying.
Oh, let's see. Nah, the ad didn't play neither.
You're right. Good attention to detail right there, dog.
Do it for the streets. Trying to fix the audio, man, because I wonder if I'm gonna cut all this out.
Got it.
Yo, come on, bro.
Snip, snip. Oh, you talking about this?
You talking
about cut this? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what you were talking about at first.
All right.
Pop quiz, right? What's the first ingredient of Smucker's?
Now, this is what I'm talking about. Now, this guy apparently had these. Come on, bro. Damn.
Hi, Joe. My name is Lou Diaz. I'm a mix engineer producer based out of Miami, Florida.
This guy apparently had the Avengers Endgame. He had the reaction video, like, flagged. So he put it back up. And apparently, is my understanding, he put this little intro up.
Mm.
I appreciate his effort.
Do that shit.
Taking out a few things, making it start a lot sooner than it did last time. Taking out a lot of the costume stuff and putting it at the end of the video. And I'm hoping that you guys like this one. Avengers Endgame is now the #1 movie in history. So this video is a celebration of that. A celebration of you guys.
This is really creepy to me. Like, I remember watching this and being like,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is really giving me bad vibes.
That was the intro.
Yeah, he put his own intro and just a recording of the audio. Now, okay, I appreciate his effort, but like, yo, why? Like, it kind of freaked me out low key. But if you listen to his, I don't know if I could play this. It'd probably get flagged.
They don't know what it is.
We gonna go through some spoilers. Now, when he says that woo-hoo-hoo, that's him, apparently.
Oh, for real?
That would annoy the ever-loving shit out of me.
Like right after? Come on, man.
Now, listen to this.
This is not a play, man.
No, it's not. And now here's the thing, man. I get people get hype. I understand you get hype. You like your movie. Cool. We're not in this together.
Don't they put like words up at the beginning that say don't make noise during the
I think
movie?
it says shut the fuck up. That's what I think it says. But like, shut your dog ass up when this movie is playing. That's what it says. But it's like, if I was around someone like that, would, all kidding aside, doing that can ruin the experience for people around you.
It definitely does, man.
There's a joke on The
Especially
Office
the ones that don't do it.
where Dwight says, we're no more a team, like people staying in the same hotel are a team, which is a great analogy to what this is.
Yeah.
Did we go see this movie together? No. We happened to be in the same room watching the same movie.
So with that in mind,
Chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
You're like, yo.
it's real easy. It's so simple.
But Candyman, I do appreciate your work. in your editing. I've watched this video several times. I gotta be honest, I skip your intro every single time because it's kind of creepy, being honest.
Because you're weird, man.
That's just shut the fuck up.
Oh, man. Metallic bubble coat.
Yo, okay, chill out. I ain't gonna make fun of what he was wearing. Also, this
Who is that? Who
LL
that?
Cool J.
Okay.
That's fucking it. All right. Like I don't know, whatever, man. All kidding aside, man. Appreciate you. I listen to this video all the time. Like I said, I skip your intro every time. And I'm glad that you got the views. I hope you were able to monetize this somehow. But yeah, if you're ever around me, see, it's weird. I can't make a joke about shooting up a movie theater because the motherfuckers actually have done that.
Mm.
Speaking of which, have you seen that Joker movie yet?
I want to see it right now. You seen it?
No. You made that face. Oh, you've seen it? No. But like, it's one of those movies I know I probably won't see in the theaters, but I might see it now because I watched some spoiler reviews of it, and apparently it's like really, really fucking good.
I heard it was gonna be good. Like, really.
I heard it's got a lot of surprises in it, and I've heard that Joaquin Phoenix was amazing.
I really want to see it, man.
I don't doubt it. I mean, he's amazing. He's dope.
Have you seen it?
Nah, I've heard what happens though. Like movies that I know I'm not gonna watch, or there's a great chance I'm not gonna watch. I'll just get on YouTube and watch like a spoiler review of it.
Man, it's so easy to just watch that and just feel like you watched the movie.
Yeah, there's a YouTube channel I like called Dead Meat.
Dead Meat, okay.
Where they do the kill. They do this thing. One of the things they do on the channel is the kill count. A guy named James A. Janice, and he's like he's so super talented. But what he does is he'll break down an entire movie, tell the whole story, and he'll like go through the kills. He just does horror movies typically. And he'll go through the kills and be like, oh, this person was killed by this, that, and the other. And he adds humor to it, and he's funny, but it doesn't diminish death at all. It really just gives homage or pays homage to the people, the men and women who, the actors who are able to pull off the acting, the stunt coordinators, the makeup artists, the special effects guys, like all that is just it's a great channel. I love it. Speaking of, we got on the screen the Candyman, because that's his YouTube name. The one that was supposed to go up today was Candyman.
Oh man.
With James Todd?
The actor?
Yeah.
No idea what his name is. But I heard they're supposed to be remaking it.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
They are. What's his name? Jordan Peele doing it.
He's not. He's playing.
No, he's directing it.
He's directing it. Oh man,
that's gonna be. Ooh,
he taking on the tall tale.
Yeah, he is.
Fucks with it.
This is gonna bother me. Hey Siri, who played the Candyman?
Which one? I found 3 Candyman. 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 Farewell to the flesh.
What did I say? What Todd did I say?
Todd Bridget?
You're useless. You're absolutely useless. Tony Todd.
Tony Todd.
Don't say it like you knew who it was. You just said you didn't know who the fuck played Candyman.
Tony Todd.
I've heard his name a million times. My guy, Tony Todd. No, man.
Who's Todd Bridges?
Todd Bridges was on Different Strokes.
Okay, all right. I didn't know that either. I just threw a Todd up there.
Okay. Todd McFarlane? Spawn. Seth MacFarlane's brother? Todd McFarlane created Spawn.
He created Spawn?
Yeah.
Word?
And his brother is Seth MacFarlane, who created Family Guy.
That's so dope.
That Family Guy bread.
Talented family, man. Spawn is fire.
I wish my family was like that. Like, or the Wayans.
Yeah.
Imagine.
The Wayans is dope.
And they put everybody on, man.
Who else got a family like that? The Jacksons?
Nah. You got 2 successful Jacksons.
True.
And one of them's gone. So, who else does have a famous family? The Jacksons. You could kind of say the Russos, who wrote Captain America: Civil War and Avengers: Endgame. The Russo brothers, yeah. I want to say the Wachowski brothers. The guys who wrote and directed, I could be so fucking wrong, but The Matrix.
Yeah.
The ones who are trans now?
Yeah.
Both of them are. Yeah, they both are. They both transitioned.
At the same time?
I don't know if it's the same time, but I know they're both like women now.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
If you can find it, that's clever.
Yeah, it's definitely a joke, especially if it's at the same time.
I don't know if it was at the same time. I know
they
that
get together. And
I say
decide.
Wachowski. I feel like. Hey Siri,
Brother, it's time to go.
who wrote The Matrix?
I found 2. Lily Wachowski and Lana Wachowski.
Okay, I was right. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the Wachowski brothers.
Yeah. What, you thought it was pronounced another way?
Yeah, I was like, was it Wachowski?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is. Famous siblings. Who else? I mean, the Wayans brothers. You really can't get no Murphy.
Who had that show back in the day? Donnie Osmond?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's famous family. When you talk about famous family, you really got to get like past, just brother and sister, or brother and brother, sister and sister. You really got to get to like a bunch of siblings.
Yeah. Like
the Wayans is the only ones I could think of. And that's all of them.
the Wayans is probably the biggest, right?
Unless I'm just not thinking of somebody.
Baldwin. Alec Baldwin.
Okay. Alec Baldwin,
And the rest of them,
Gustav Baldwin,
Trevor Baldwin.
Isaac Baldwin,
Of course.
Mufasa Baldwin. Yeah.
Obama Baldwin.
Wahlbergs.
The Wahlbergs.
That's just Donnie and Mark.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's fucking boring. Okay, let's go to current events. See, these are current events that I was really gonna do with someone else, and they flaked. That's why the first current event is this one.
You should do something like for an intro to current events.
Oh, that's on the way. Trust me, I got some ideas now.
It's time for the goddamn.
Remember I told you this only had 2 inputs?
Yeah, okay.
I'm pointing to it, but it's in the other room. It's got an optical in on the back, so I can attach another mixer to it. So I can put 8 more inputs into it if I want to. So what I plan on doing is, I don't want to say all of it, but I plan on making the show a little bit more. I call it a show. It's just a conversation.
Nah, man, it's a fucking show, bro.
I originally,
Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I originally had this current event before. It's not a current event. He retired like a month and a half ago.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, you don't really follow.
Current to me.
Like, okay, well, Andrew Luck retired. How do you feel about that?
He had a good career. What is he? A scientist?
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next current event. You fucking piece of shit. This, I hate your guts, man. I hate your fucking guts. Popeye's chicken sandwich is officially sold out for now.
Yes, it is.
Now, if you look at the date, you see that this current event was from August.
Right.
Maybe they're not sold out anymore.
No,
I got
still
it.
are.
They still sold out? I got to be honest. I think before, like when I, started supplementation and the weight training and all that, like really heavy like I'm doing right now, this would look really appealing to me. Now, this looks just as appealing to me. I still want this in and or around my mouth.
Crumbs here.
Like, bro, that's when I knew the beard shit was real, when I started getting food in it.
Yeah.
When I ate pancakes and then looked in the mirror afterwards and there was syrup in my beard.
Oh, say that for later.
I said, well, one, you gotta stop eating like a 2-year-old, but two, like, yo, it's
That's how you
real.
eat pancakes, bro.
It's real. What?
You don't. I mean, what else do you do to pancakes after you 2?
Wait, what are you saying?
Like when you turn 2 and you eat pancakes.
Talking to the mic.
Right. Now, when you turn 2 and you start eating pancakes, what else can you learn from the point from 2 to now? Like, it's not a different way you eat pancakes.
Yeah, but you get better at not being able to spill it all over yourself.
I mean, they're fucking pancakes, bro.
You act like you don't have a choice in the matter.
What do you mean?
Okay. Popeye's chicken sandwiches sold out. And that's it. It's just sold out. We're going to wrap this up soon.
It's going to come back, though. Bigger and better than ever.
I hate when y'all give me ads out of nowhere. Now, this is an interesting thing. Like, this was a current event before. Apple apologized for listening to Siri recording. I just used Siri twice. Is Apple listening to this? Thank you. Hit me up, man. Like, download on Apple and subscribe.
Hey, break
Apple
bread,
apologized for listening to Siri recordings, promises, changes. Now, before we even go into this current event, we don't even have to. Do you believe this?
Of course. Did I believe they apologize?
Do you believe that they're going to promise changes?
No.
Do you believe they're going to? Well, I believe they're going to promise change.
Okay, maybe. Yeah.
But
make changes, no.
I do know someone that has worked at Apple before, or was it Google? I think it was Apple. And privacy to them apparently is like super fucking important. Like there have been times where
Like our privacy?
yeah, like the government has come to them and said, yo, you got to turn over this phone. Apple's like, nah. Like you got to unlock this phone. Apple's like, no.
But on the other hand, what is Apple doing with that information?
That's a good question. I don't even know. Do they even have it?
They have to, right? If the government is asking for it.
No, the government is asking them to unlock someone's phone, like remotely. Or the government is asking them, it's just like if you have your phone in your hand and like the cop apparently, and you can ask.
Unlock it like from the lock screen?
Yeah, he can't unlock it. But if you put your code in and give it to him.
It's unlocked already.
Right. Or if it's already unlocked and you give it to him.
No, I'm locking hell out of it.
Like, but he can't make you put your fingerprint in. He can't make you put your code in. But they'll say that they can.
I use my middle finger.
I use my toe.
I probably shouldn't have said that on camera, but
I use my toe.
you use your toe for real?
The pound didn't mean they don't use my toe. That's absurd. But
Like, I mean, yeah.
it's smart. No, I don't use my toe.
Because when I do this, I'd be like, it's not my phone.
It's not mine. You a fucking dickhead, bro. But it works, man. Yeah, I remember one time, and I'll probably cap it off right here. One time, I was sitting in my car, I was talking to a young lady about my ex. Mm-hmm. You know this ex. Because we went over our house at the time. Mm-hmm. And before we went to go fuck up her ex-boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Plot twist, he fucks guys. Who would have thought? Well, we found out that day.
We might have changed him that day.
You think so?
They did leave a hole in the side of his house, right?
Didn't throw up?
Who?
I'm not going to finish that sentence. I started too much. You know what? I'm going to edit that out. Who?
Nah.
You know, I'm gonna beat this whole thing.
There it is.
Didn't
yeah. That's like that big, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Dun.
Okay, all right. So he anyway, what the fuck was I talking? Oh yeah. Well, her and I have had no connection whatsoever. This conversation gonna get all over my shirt. I don't care. Her and I have no connection whatsoever. I've got new email addresses since her. She's never been on my phone. I've got a new number. She's never been my friend on Facebook, never on Twitter, Instagram, none of that. So one day I'm in the car and I'm around my phone. That's the only thing that's in this car. And I'm openly talking about her. And I say her first and last name. The next morning, I wake up. Facebook and Instagram both say, maybe you know this person. We have no friends in common. Maybe you know this person. And it was her.
maybe I have a similar story. I was kicking it with my homegirls. It was me, my homegirl, and her, I guess, friend. Facebook suggested him the next day.
That shit's scary, bro. That's scary.
Like, I know his real name now and everything. Like, it was crazy. And maybe it did the same thing on his Facebook.
Because I tried to explain the technology to a coworker of mine. I was like, Apple, it's always listening to you. Because it has to analyze.
It has to be, bro.
Hey Siri. It has to analyze. It has to analyze that. So it's
I don't know if I like this anymore.
See? It's listening to everything you say because it has to wait to hear that.
That's an Apple product. I mean, is that listening?
Probably. I don't know if that's listening, but I know my MacBook's probably listening because it has Siri on that.
This is weird.
You know, people say,
it's weirdly fun.
If you don't have anything to hide, you shouldn't worry about it. Derp, 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 repub, MAGA. Listen, it's not the point.
Yeah.
It's not the point at all. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up, man. We at, what, $1:23. I'll do some editing, cut some of this stuff down.
Fuck Apple.
What's who going to win the championship this year? NBA?
Lakers.
Kobe retired. You know that, right?
No, he didn't. The Lakers are going to win the championship, but I am frightened of the Clippers.
Ooh.
And what they can do.
Imagine.
I am terrified.
Imagine being a small forward.
No.
And Kawhi is guarding you.
No.
Hold on. Hold on. Then the switch comes and Paul George guarding you. Hold on. Switch comes again. Patrick Beverly has us on you.
Nah, all right. Nah, that's why I'm frightened of them. That's exactly why I'm frightened of them. But on the flip side, damn, LeBron, why can't you just play defense like consistently?
He's not about to do it. He's not going to do it.
But Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, and LeBron James, like, on paper, you ain't supposed to be able to get no kind of layups or dunks or nothing.
JaVale McGee, decent. Dwight's
been a 2015 player for the past 5 years. Like, he never really fell off. He just mentally, you know what I'm saying?
That don't change.
With the mental?
You see that video clip of him keep every team he goes to a fresh start?
Nah,
He's like, I'm here for, it's just good to get a fresh start. Every fucking team.
But I feel like he means it this time because this is like a second chance for the Lakers.
You know what who you remind me of? Me when the Falcons lost 28-3 in the Super Bowl. Because I said, this time's going to be different. They're going to win it this year. They're going to do it. They're not going to do me like, what are you guys doing?
The Falcons ain't have LeBron and AD though.
I'm not huge on AD.
All right, now you got to pump the brakes.
Like,
AD probably the best player in the league. Like if LeBron can unlock his true potential or help unlock his true potential, he'll be the best player in the league. Because he can shoot.
Aside from KD.
When KD's healthy, he's the best player in the league. Yeah.
And aside from Giannis.
Nah, he's better than Giannis. At his height? Not at his height.
Hold on. You think AD better than Giannis?
Right now, yeah. Until Giannis gets some outside game. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm also incorporating is the leadership. Because Giannis has been able to lead his team further in the playoffs than AD. Now I understand AD's in the West. Mm-hmm. I get that. And he had to deal with the injury to Boogie and Rondo in the playoffs. I get that too. But AD to me has always been an underperformer in terms of great stats. What else?
You're right. And I guess this year will be the first time he's tested so we can really say, you know what I mean, with some confidence what type of player he is. But I feel like still his talent is better than
I still don't think we'll find out.
This year?
Because you're playing with Bron.
But that's the thing. Bron is not a shell of himself, but it's his 17th year. It's not like he playing with prime Bron.
Even this Bron is still like,
you know what I'm saying?
He's still that guy now.
I feel like he can be better than Bron though. Like this year.
I feel like he could be, but I don't think we're going to find that this year. I don't think we'll see it because he's not going to be able to reach his full potential. He don't do it this year. With all these changes and the West how it is, then they're going to lose.
I mean, it's just that simple. But I feel like he has to be the best player on his team this year for them to win.
I don't know if it's gonna sound weird. I don't know if LeBron let that happen. Because I feel like Brian got a lot to prove. He even tweeted it.
I know he did, man.
He tweeted that shit.
I really don't fuck with that nigga, man.
No, you don't. That's what I was trying to get. I was looking for. When I said who winning the chip, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get him to say something about Brian. And I got him.
Then they came to the Lakers and it's like, all right, nigga, come on in, nigga.
I know so many Laker fans that did not fuck with this shit. They knew it was coming. They're like, all right, the house that Kobe built.
It was coming. It was coming. Like, you could smell it, bro. It was logical next basketball move for him.
You know, hey, man, it's all good, man. But see, he gonna take all the bullets for AD.
What do you mean?
He gonna take all the bullets for AD. Like,
it's about media and all that?
Nah, I think, I misspoke. It's gonna be the other way around. AD is gonna take a lot of bullets for Brian. And I don't know if AD can handle that.
AD's not gonna be. He's gonna be young mentally. He's not prepared to play at this level. He never been here before,
and he's not used to being the villain.
All this gonna come from LeBron.
Yeah,
these are LeBron's quotes.
LeBron loves drama.
Yeah,
he thrives on it.
I don't know if
fit in, fit out. That Kevin Love shit.
Oh, yeah, I would have swung on Brian. I would have swung on you, bro.
I don't like that passive aggressive stuff.
Yeah,
it's just me personally. Be direct with me, but.
Maybe you get that out. I want to swing like Brian. I know you on them steroids. Shit.
I don't mean shit. I mean, I'm not saying he wouldn't whoop your ass. But I'm just saying like that don't mean shit. Brian probably fuck you up, like, but still that don't mean shit.
Nah, I think Brian probably had me jump, bro, and just snap his finger.
Yeah,
he got
Brian is like me, except he's much more richer.
It had to be a street fight. Like
he's got much more money than I do.
Yeah.
So Brian just throw money at the problem.
Yeah.
Like now that I'm financially in a better position, I just throw money at problems.
Not like LeBron though.
Like LeBron be like, you wanted to sleep with my mother, Delonte?
What you doing all the way down there, little man?
Enjoy living under that bridge, boy.
I haven't seen that nigga.
He's living under a bridge in Dallas.
In Dallas?
Yeah.
I probably seen that nigga.
You might have, man. It's tragic. Anyway, I was trying to get you to shit on Brian, and I succeeded. 48 Laws of Power. It's in there. I led you to it. I led you right to it. I was waiting on it.
I waited till the end to do it. You didn't just break me. You didn't break me at first, bro.
Nah, I got you. No. I got you. Eventually, it will happen. Eventually, it will happen. All right. We're going to wrap this up, man, because we running long. You got anything else you want to say?
Hey, man, appreciate the invite.
You want to promote anything?
Nah, man. No.
This podcast is way better than the first. No. I don't think I was particularly funny on this podcast, but you were the life of the party.
Oh, thanks, man.
No problem, man. Hopefully, if you made it this far, email me at goingmach5podcast@gmail.com and send me something funny. I'll play it on the show.
There it is.
Whatever. That's GOINGMACH, 5 podcast@gmail.com. And we'll go from there. This is my dog, Slim.
Yes, sir.
How long I know you?
91?
Yeah. 28 years?
28 years.
We're going to go into some personal stories next time because we got plenty to share.
Oh, man, definitely.
Oh, my God.
Definitely.
I kind of regret saying that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we can start now.
No, we good. Anyway, that's
extra
it.
Footage?
That's
Bonus?
it.
Bonus?
No bonus. That's it. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.